My bed was made of metal, yeah. Sounds like Michael McDonald. Welcome to Blast Arcade Painting, and today we're going to do 10 Arkanauts from opening the box to finish in 3 hours by using the power of planning ahead. So, this is the box of Arkanauts. Please ignore how bright it is. I'm still trying to figure out camera settings. Also, I filmed this a while back, and now the next videos going forward should look a little bit better. So, I am going to ignore any rules about these guys whatsoever and just make the ones that I think look good. I'm just going to take the pieces, put them together, make them look good. I'm just going to use super glue from the dollar store. That's it, they're done. Look at that, 10. Really cool models, mostly metal. Green tape, I'm going to put it on some foam board, stick it to the foam board, and because I live in a gray, snowy deathscape, I can't prime outside. So instead, I'm going to go into the bathroom, flip on the fan, there it is, and I'm going to spray in the bathroom right next to the fan. This is the best option I have for when it's like this outside. Yeah, I could use an airbrush, but it's going to take way too much time, and the idea is to do these fast. Here we go. Silver, Leadbelcher, regular spray. We're going to go to Silver by Vallejo, and we're just going to dry brush on everything. The dry brushing of the brighter silver over the darker silver is just going to give us a better idea. So you can tell the difference right there. So, right here, we're going to use Warpfiend Grey. If anyone can tell me why this is called gray, because it's clearly like a light purple. I guess it's like a purple gray? I don't understand this color or the naming of it. I'm sure it has like an in-game reason or something. I don't know. It's purple. Now we're going to go to Khaki by Vallejo, and we're going to put this on all the straps and the gloves. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over all the purple, the khaki, and then all the metal with contrast paints. So for some of the metal parts, we're going to use Nazdreg Yellow. That's for whatever we want to be gold. We're going to use Fyreslayer Flesh. That's going to be for whatever we want to be bronze or brass. We're going to go over the Warpfiend Grey with Magos Purple, and we're going to go over the Khaki with Aggaros Dunes. And starting with the Magos Purple, we're going to go over, like I said, all that undersuit that he has. This is just going to shade everything. We'll go in later and add just one quick highlight. Again, the idea is to get this done quickly and easily. Right here, we're going to go over any of the metal parts we want to be gold, and I'm basically just picking out spots that look good. I'm just giving it some variation. There's no plan here other than I've planned out the colors and blocked everything out. Now I'm just going to pick spots. The Fyreslayer Flesh is going to be to make anything copper or bronze, anything we want bronze. It's going right over the silver. The Nazdreg Yellow obviously made it gold. Just go in again, pick out details. Just pick what you decide looks good to you. That's the whole point of this. Is it's an easy paint scheme that we can just fly through really quick, get this all done. And honestly, these steps with the contrast paints don't take that long. The Aggaros Dunes is going to go on all the gloves and straps and just go right over it real quick. Plain and simple. We'll move on to our next step. The next step of the process is we're going to take that Warpfiend Grey again. We're going to go in and we're going to just highlight all the raised area on the purple under suit. And right here we're going to use the Vallejo Khaki, go over all the gloves and the straps just in a spot highlight, the same thing we just did with the Warpfiend Grey. It's just going to add a little bit more depth to the miniature. We are going to do the same highlighting method on the metal. We're going to use Vallejo Hammered Copper and Scale 75 Dwarven Gold. I'm just going to put both those down, go through and just add really spot highlights. You're not going to highlight the whole thing, you're not going to layer the whole thing, just add little tiny spots that are just going to really strengthen those colors and just bring them a little bit more to life. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take Vallejo Electric Blue. We're going to go in, and this won't be the most time consuming part. It will be the most fiddly part. We're going to go in and we're going to dot in all those eyes. And the lowercase j's. Because I had the time, I also went with the Blood Angels Red Contrast Paint, and a couple of the guys on their weapons have, I don't know, cross-hatching. And because we're trying to do things as fast as possible, instead of using PVA glue, which I would normally use if I were going to do a base, I used super glue. I'm going to put it all over the base, and then I'm going to use, that's right, sand from the beach. Then we're going to very spottily. We're not going to get good coverage. We're going to use a cheap off-white craft paint. This one's called Warm White from the dollar store. We're going to just put that spottily on all the sand. Once that is dry, and that was probably the longest drying time because I put it on a little too thick. Don't put it on too thick, or at least make sure you have time. We're going to use Gryph-Charger Grey on all of that part. I'm going to get a little bit more super glue. I'm going to put it down in patches on the base, and then I'm going to use the Army Painter Battlefield Snow. And we'll add a black rim around the base, and they're done. To be honest, these look pretty decent for 3 hours of work. It's not bad. There's a couple spots now that I'm seeing it that I missed, like this cloth coming up here. I didn't paint at all. I just left it. But the point is if you have a plan, go through with it. You can get stuff done pretty quickly. And again, these aren't winning any awards, but they're pretty decent for tabletop standard. Anyway, thank you for watching the video today. It means a lot to me. Please like, subscribe, I guess leave a comment, whatever it is. Tell your friends about it. Sign your dog up for an email address and have him subscribe. Or her. I don't know what your dog is. I wish that I had a metal beard. Doesn't sound 80s enough.